What's up, party people? Android Stud, and I have a face-off right here. I got the Pocophone right here from Xiaomi, and then I have the Essential Ph-1 from Essential. As we all know, the Xiaomi Pocophone just came out recently in August, and this Essential phone came out last year towards the end of August, September. Now, when it comes to price, the Poco is anywhere from $300 to $400. The Essential right now, kind of the same thing, anywhere from like $250 to $400 you can get the Essential phone now. As far as the Pocophone is concerned, it's rocking that 845 Snapdragon, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of onboard storage. Now the Essential comes in at, not too shabby, 835 Snapdragon processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of onboard storage. Now the Pocophone has an SD card slot where the Essential phone does not, so you can go up to 256 on here, but hey, who's complaining? Now when it comes to the displays, you got a 5.7 on that Essential phone, and then you got the 6.1 on the Pocophone. Now this is 1080p IPS LCD. This is also LCD, so you got sort of the same screen on both phones. So you rocking and rolling. Now, when it comes to the cameras, on the Pocophone, you got the dual camera sensors on the back, 12 megapixel, 5 megapixel camera. You get that portrait mode, you get 4K video, 30 frames per second. You also get that 1080p, 30 frames per second. Then on the front, you get that big boy 20 megapixel, so you can take them juicy portraits of yourself and your family and your girl, whoever you want to be with. You tell them how it is, right? Now, on the Essential phone, you got the dual lens on the back. Now they do a little different. They got a monochrome lens on the back, and then on the front they got that front facing camera. So Essential's camera has had, you get the 13 megapixel on the back like it says there, and then you get the you got 8 megapixel front facing shooter on the front. Now you get 4K video on this Essential phone on the front facing camera, which is boss. Okay, that is boss. You also get 1080p on the rear cameras. You get the 4K video. You also get 1080p 60 frames per second on the Essential, where on the Poco you don't get that, and you don't get 4K on the front of the Poco, on the front of the Pocophone. Now, as far as the build of the phones, as you can see, the Essential is just straight butter. Look at this. I mean, it's got the titanium sides, it's got that ceramic back. It's an absolute gorgeous phone. You got that rear fingerprint sensor on the back, and it's just got, man, it's one of a kind, man. It's just really sexy, and it's got that bezel-less water drop notch there, and it's just lovely. I just love the Essential phone. It's my favorite, as you all know. I mean, I started my channel with the Essential phone, and I'm still going with it. Now, this is a little different. This is not ceramic. This is a plastic, and then you got your front Gorilla Glass front. So it's a little different. If I were to pick one, the build goes the Essential, hands down. There's no doubt about it. Now, when it comes to software, the Essentials run an Android Pie 9.0. It's got the gesture features on here, so you want to swipe up, you want to go through your stuff, you want to come back out, go to your app drawer, you could do your thing. And then it's got the if you want to go to another thing, that thing, you know what I mean? It's Android Pie, man. It's doing its thing. It's rocking and rolling. Now, on the Pocophone, you have Android 8.1 and you have MIUI 9.0. So it's running Android, but it's running its own software from Xiaomi, and it runs really good. The one thing that I will say is the gestures on this thing are phenomenal. I mean, they're excellent. I can't complain about the gestures on here. I mean, I love it. I love it better than Android Pie. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but I just think that it's simple, and I think that's the way that that Google should do their software is keep it simple. I think Xiaomi's gestures just work a lot better than the Essential phone. I mean, you swipe up on the Pocophone, and you got all your stuff here, and you're good to go, just like on Android Pie. But you're only on, you're literally only on Android 8.1, so it's really good. The other thing that I gotta give the Pocophone is the stereo speakers are just phenomenal. So you got that thing jamming, bro. The speakers on the Essential phone, they're good. They're just not. They're not like that. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, the Poco got them beat in the speaker department. Yeah, Essential got that 9.0 Android Pie, but I'm telling you right now, man, I'm telling you, the speakers on the Pocophone are just another level right now than the Essential phone. So you got to give it to the Pocophone when it comes to the speakers. Let me see if I can play the Essential here.
Feature that tends to get written off by many as a gimmick.
So you see, the speakers on the Essential phone aren't bad. They just, I just think the Poco is just louder and just a little better. I mean, it's two different things. You got my girl Tao from YouTube, and then you got Breaking Benjamin going off over there. But it's, you know what I mean? I mean, it's one of those things where it's just a matter of preference when it comes to the phone. Now, they're both not like waterproof IP68 or whatever, but they're both decent when it comes to splash protection. Now, they both got that Type-C joint on the bottom, so you can charge up your phone real fast. Has fast charging, so you got that going for you. What else? The Pocophone has the face unlock, so you have that you not only you have the fingerprint reader, but you get that face unlock on the Pocophone. On the Essential phone, you don't get the face unlock, but you get the fingerprint reader on the back, which works really good, so you have no issues there. Now, you can't play Netflix HD or Hulu or Amazon on this bad boy because it just won't do it, because it's not set up because of the wide vine and all that L3, L1. Man, that's super complicated. I'm not gonna get geeked out on you, but the Essential, you're good to go. You could rock that HD on here. You could play your videos and do all that. Now, when it comes to the look of the device, obviously these are a little different because you have the Essential phone that has that super sexy bezel-less design. You got that little baby notch up there, a little dimple, little whatever you want to call it, water drop notch. And on videos, you're gonna look good, right? And then on the Poco, you got the notch. So if you rocking in the Twitter land, you're gonna have that notch there. You're gonna have that notch life, and then it is what it is. But this is a nice, sexy phone, man. This has been an outstanding phone. Great little phone, and I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's been good to me. There's the differences in the screen, just a little. It's basically the same thing, LCD and all that good stuff. Now, when it comes to cameras, the Pocophone is a better camera. It just is. The problem with the Essential camera, I use the Google camera on it, but sometimes it just takes a long time for you to take a picture on a shot. Even if you whip it out. Okay, it took the shot, right? Took it again. So it's working decent right now, but it's still, see how it's still processing the video? Now you whip out that Poco, bro. Boom, right? You wanna take a picture? Done, 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 done. So the Poco Loco has a better camera. I believe it's a snappier shooter than the Essential phone, but you could put the Google camera on here, which will snap pretty fast, like as you see here. So you're good to go. Now, the portrait mode on the Essential phone is pretty good, and the daytime shots. The night shots not that good, but the Pocophone takes good shots. Also during the day, does great portrait. It's just got a great camera. I just think the camera's better just because of the processing and the snappiness of the camera. Now, The only issue where I would give the Essential again, man, is that Essential, you're gonna get that LTE. You know what I mean? The Pocophone is not getting LTE right now. That might change in the future. So if you go in here into speed test that I did with when I have my SIM card in here, I'm gonna show you the results of some of the speed tests I did with the Essential phone. And this thing rides out with LTE, right? You're getting 18, 32, 22, 37, 22, 36. Those are your downs, right? And those are your ups. 6, 17, 6, 9, 6, 6. Now, the problem with the Essential phone is you'll have a signal and then it'll drop out and you'll have no signal and then it'll pop back up and then it'll be weak and then it'll get stronger. It's schizophrenic, man, when it comes to the signal on the phone. I can't take it. Now, when you go to the Pocophone, you're not getting LTE. You're getting 3G or HSPA or whatever you want to call it. PTA, you know what I mean? So if you go in here, speed test, right? And then you go into your results, right? I'm getting 10, 8, 8, 7, 8, 11, right? So the Essential phone basically has 3 times the signal strength and it's LTE, where the Pocophone is a little less strong, but it's spotty. So would I rather have less strength and consistent, or big boss LTE and it drops here and there? I don't know what it is with the Essential phone, this way they built it or something. It just, T-Mobile LTE, it drags, man. Sometimes you'll lose the signal completely some places, but it is what it is, man. But that's the Poco right there, and that's the Essential right there. Who do I like? Which one do I like better? I like them both, man. I like them both. For me, Android Stud, they give me a little bit of everything. The Essential's got the sexy body. It's got the LTE. It's got the bezel-less. I love this bezel-less design. I think it still looks like a 2019 phone, and it came out last year. The camera's decent. That's the only issue with the Essential phone is the camera and the spotty service on LTE. But other than that, man, it's sexy. It's beautiful. Now the Pocophone is beautiful, man, and for the price, you can't beat it. You're getting a great camera. Oh, and the battery, you get 4,000 milliamp on here, and you have 3,300 on the Essential phone, I believe. So, but the Essential phone gets good battery life because of Android Pie. So, and that's the other thing. You get Android Pie on here. This one's 8.1. So, I like them both for different things. I'm using the Poco now, and I love it. So, but that's it, man. If you were thinking about getting these two, it just depends what you like, you know. But I'm not gonna say one is better than the other, because they both give you things that are different. So you just have to take that into consideration, man. That'll do it, man. I'm Android Stud. You can follow me on Twitter at Android Stud, also Instagram, Google Plus, and Facebook, man. That'll do it. That's the Essential phone. That's the Pocophone. I'm Loco. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching.